What's going on, people? This is your boy Madmike with a Unleash. Now, this focus is on Falcons running back Jase McClellan. And the reason why I wanted to kind of give the breakdown on this guy is because I think the Atlanta Falcons running back position is going to be an extremely important and extremely valuable piece to this Atlanta Falcons offense. And Jase McClellan is interesting, all right? So he's a guy, obviously, from the SEC team that we all know, that we might hate and love, right? Especially if you're a Georgia Bulldogs fan like myself. You hate Alabama, okay? We hate Alabama. But he's in the Atlanta Falcons, so your boy got to get to it. So he was drafted in the sixth round at the 186th picks, 5'11", 212 pounds. All right, so a pretty good size. Look at him, a little small, I guess, but he's a small, compact guy. Like I said, 212 is nothing to frown about. We have running backs in the NFL like Pacheco. These guys are, around that same size. So 5'11", 212 pounds is nothing really to frown about. This is a decent size for a guy. He's on the smaller side of things. And, I think he'll, be pretty good. But, just good idea of what he can do. And he's been pretty consistent while he was at Alabama, 112 carries. And his sophomore year, he didn't play his first couple of years, didn't play much his first couple of years at the University of Alabama, played all 4 years. Again, 112 carries, 655 yards rushing, 7 touchdowns in his junior year, and then his senior year, his last year at the University of Alabama, 180 carries and 890 yards, 8 touchdowns. So, his last couple of years, he was pretty productive when it comes down to his yards, touchdowns. He's pretty consistent. So nothing to frown about when it comes down to Jase McClellan. He's definitely a back that can, do some interesting things. But again, the Falcons running back position is incredibly interesting for me personally because obviously he's going to be behind two of the bigger guys when it comes down to the Atlanta Falcons. And those guys are Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. All right, so we're going to look at their numbers. And I think it's really interesting when you look at the Atlanta numbers here. Bijan Robinson, 214 carries, 976 yards, 4 touchdowns last year. Okay, 50 come by way of first down, 50 first down conversion, when it comes down to it. And then you got Tyler Algier, 186 carries, 683 yards, 4 touchdowns. So that's 8 touchdowns combined for the Atlanta Falcons. But the reason why I'm bringing these up, it's not really a guy outside of Cordero Patterson. Cordero Patterson rushed for 50 yards, 50 attempts, 181 yards rushing. So, like I said, it's really interesting when it comes down to this Atlanta Falcons team. Will they have as many rushing yards that they rushing attempts and rushing yards? Maybe not the attempts as far as Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson is concerned, but that's what he's going to have to deal with. He's going to have to deal with the guy that combines for over 1,400 yards rushing from both guys, Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson. So there may not be a lot of opportunities for him with the Atlanta Falcons. So gonna get into my expectations for him and what I expect to see from Jase McClellan this year. But before I do that, if you're new to the channel, man, this is Madmike's subscriber goal. So we're currently sitting at 9,622. So if you guys can hit that subscribe button right now, we're headed to 10K. And with that 10K, we're definitely going to be giving something out for I know you guys been with your boy for quite some time. So like I said, 10K, gonna find something to give out. So hit that subscribe button for your boy. But my expectations for Jase McClellan right now, I'm looking for him to put up around 50 to 100 yards. Again, when you look at a guy like Jase McClellan, and you look at what the third back for the Atlanta Falcons last year in Cordero Patterson, he's another one of those guys. One of my favorite Atlanta Falcons when he was definitely here, and now he's he's in Pittsburgh with Arthur Smith. And I hope those guys have, a decent amount of success. And definitely we're going to whoop that behind when we play them first game of the season. But, Cordero Patterson, definitely one of those favorite Atlanta Falcons players. But like I said before, when you look at him, Jase McClellan, man, I'm looking for him to have 150, about 50 to 150 yards rushing if he makes the team. Now, there's definitely going to be some competition when it comes down to him. And that guy for me is Avery Williams, okay? Avery Williams is another one of those guys that's interesting coming off of a torn ACL. He's definitely going to be fighting for a position. And you look at what Avery Williams can provide for the Atlanta Falcons. He's been a special teams guy, punt return, kick return, and especially with the new dynamic and the new way the NFL is going to be returning kick this year, we may get an opportunity to see more returns. So his value with the team is still there. So it all comes down to whether or not Avery Williams is going to be able to make the team, especially if he becomes the guy that we thought he was, and he returned to form as far as his ability to return kicks. And like I said, with the new rules that they adopted for the UFL, XFL, and their return mechanisms and that return scheme and turn game that they are adopting, the NFL is adopting, man, look, we could definitely see this team, special team becomes a good part or a more important part of this football team. So Avery Williams is definitely going to be, in strong consideration for this Atlanta Falcon team to be on this Atlanta Falcon team because of that. So it's not a foregone conclusion. It's not going to be easy. Jase McClellan, Falcons running back, is definitely going to have to battle in training camp. But like I said, when you're drafted by a team, obviously, in my opinion, when you look at Jase McClellan and who brought him in, it's my opinion that a guy, I believe Michael Petrie is still the running back coach for the Atlanta Falcons. And then you have Zach Robinson, the offensive coordinator. He probably favors him. So, like I said, I like the idea of a Jase McClellan, a small, compact guy. Obviously, he's quick, he's shifty, he can catch the ball out of the backfield. And again, you just look at his numbers: 655, 7 touchdowns, 890 yards, 8 touchdowns. Obviously, he gets in the end zone, and that's what the Atlanta Falcons definitely need from their running back position. They need running backs that have an eye for getting in the red zone. And that's the thing that I'm going to be focused on. So when it all comes down to it, man, Jase McClellan, can he become that third back for the Atlanta Falcons? Because injuries happen in the NFL, sprained ankles, little minor things as far as running backs concerned. So, Tyler Algier, Bijan Robinson, really hope those guys continue to stay healthy. But it's going to be an interesting thing for Jase McClellan to see if he continues to, if he will be the Atlanta Falcons' third running back for this season. So if you enjoyed this video, man, check out right here on the screen. I did a breakdown in the pinned comments. Also, I did a breakdown on Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson on all what it's going to look like this year for the Atlanta Falcons. So if you guys enjoyed this video, man, continue to support your boy here. Hit that next video and check out the Tyler Algier, Bijan Robinson live replay. That's all I got to say about that. Your boy, man, Mike is out of here, man. Peace.